Welcome to FTB Fridays for Friday, the 16th of July, 2021. I'm your host, Jason C. McLean. Now, in about a week, starting on July 26th, Just for Laughs, Montreal's Venerable Comedy Festival is back for a hybrid edition. That means there's going to be some shows live in Montreal, some shows live in New York, some in LA, and all of it streaming online that we can watch from home. My guest this week is a Just for Laughs veteran and the host of the Alternative Show, Andy Kindler. First of all, Andy, thank you very much for joining us.
I thank you. First of all, I was very excited that I was able to navigate that very technical start. These Zoom, I mean, what am I? I'm not Richard Branson. I can't navigate these Zooms.
But fortunately, they're making it easier and easier, so even so everyone can do it, because this is pretty much what the future is going to be, right? A lot of us on Zoom.
Well, the future will be. I'm very excited about what's happening because I was hoping again to do the show virtually. I would like to do the Alternative Show virtually from from my own apartment. I mean, I'm upset about leaving, but I've been told that no one will touch me. And this is the future. This really is the future. I don't see any reason, Jason. Here's a nice cup of coffee. But why do we need to touch? Is there anything? When we used to hang out at Schwartz's or wherever we used to go, what was the one that Leonard Cohen liked?
Schwartz's.
Mark Twain's.
Oh, he liked Ben's, which was downtown. Right. That closed a while ago, though.
Right. Back then, we would hug. We would occasionally. I don't know. You said that we had to kiss to start the interview. This kind of comedy is not going to be appropriate.
Yeah, well,
it's not going to be appropriate in 2025. Hey, I saw you coming on to a guy the other day. See, can't work anymore. Drop it. Drop all of your old material with your fears, people.
Yeah. But again, because you're okay. Basically, you've done Just for Laughs a number of times, to say the least.
28, I think. Yeah. Someone was just telling me my last interview. I only have 2 interviews. My last interview.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one. Oh, he was saying 28 because I started the State of the Industry speech, which I did virtual last year in 1996. So yeah, I am a fixture, I would say.
You're a fixture, and you even did the festival when hardly anybody did the festival, the virtual version. There was like you and a few other acts doing shows from home, and you still managed to do it.
Yes, and I was hoping that it would be happening again, but there was no groundswell, or people said, well, look, I know you may not be doing a lot of virtual things this year, but if people don't hear from Andy why he's still angry with George Lopez, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna get, but you know what? They broke my streak. I mean, I don't want to sound bitter, but you can't do, I think that's a once in a lifetime streak. I don't think I'm going to start at age 80 delivering speeches over at Toastmasters.
Yeah.
About why I don't like condos.
Yeah. One thing though, I know you like the Zoom thing, but the thing is, there's something about that. From what I've always understood of this festival, there's a lot to say about the community, about people coming to Montreal, for example. Yes. Like you were interviewed by my colleague last year, Matt Pohl, and you mentioned how you have an affection for Montreal.
Oh yes, but you know what I've had to put those dreams away, because here's the thing. I will never see a person again. I will never there will never be anything. You will never see me again without some kind of a barrier between us.
Yeah.
But I know, actually, to be not to joke, I think by this time next year, I really do think, because I've had to order Saint Theater here. Saint Theater comes in a box.
I guess that must cost a lot. Probably not that fresh.
Not when you're a successful comic like me.
Okay.
You know what? I've been to the Just for Laughs festival.
Yeah.
When I first went there, they gave me a 1,000-pound note. I don't know what your currency, if that's right, but they said this is you forever. But no, I really do. I like when I haven't been that funny, but I still go, all hilarious, kidding aside. I really am looking forward to it, because that part I do miss, even though I'm not germphobic. I'm not Howie Mandel phobic, but I don't want to catch anything. But I think by next year, but look what's happening don't you guys get closed down every 2 weeks?
We had a curfew for a while. That was not fun. We had to be in bed by 8 o'clock at night because the government because apparently COVID spreads faster between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. That's from what I understand. I'm not a scientist. That's what they told. No,
You're not a scientist.
no, I'm not. I follow the science, but I'm not a scientist.
And I'm not a comedy. A lot of people think you're so goddamn funny, Andy. You must have some kind of advanced degree. And I do have an advanced degree from Ryman, the Ryman University. Is this anything Canadian? Did I hit anything Canadian there?
Rhyme, not. We rhyme here. I don't know.
No, you have a Ryman auditorium. I think I mixed up two
Ryerson.
things. There's a Ryman or Ryerson. Maybe it's something.
That's in Ontario. Yeah, Ryerson.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay. Let's take it again. And this time I'll be a lot funnier.
We're live. Well, we're not live really. We're taking.
But you know what? You did scare me. I was going to go homina.
Oh, you always can. But this year, though, you actually did record in front of an audience. Or you were going to record in front of an audience?
We're not doing it yet. But what we're going to do is there's a club in Los Angeles called the Dynasty Typewriter. We will record there. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to show all the scenes, but we'll be recording on August 27th. And then there will be some editing. Normally, if you've been to the alternative show Just for Laughs, there's no editing. Yeah. No. Because if there was editing, why would it be so inconsistent?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, on the 29th, you're not going to see exactly the seed of you won't get to see every time one of my jokes fails.
Are you going, even though you're in Los Angeles, though, are you going to try and pretend like you're in Montreal? Are you going to tell a lot of Canadian jokes?
Yes, I was, oh, what a day it was today. I'm so glad we're doing the festival again. Bonjour, bienvenue. And what's the deal with Saint Laurent? More like Saint Larry.
Well, I guess a lot of comics from LA come up to Montreal, and they might be in the audience too. So you might have.
This is great! What a treat it is here for Russell. It's not Russell Simmons. Who's the famous Russell comic who lives in Canada?
I thought Russell Crowe, but no, he was a
no. You should know Russell. He's from Pakistan, maybe originally.
Russell Peters.
Yes, Russell Peters is here. Russell Peters once had me write a joke for him to insult him, and then it was kind of a mean joke about him, and then he never showed up. So it just looked like I was crazy. So I said something about he's from Pakistan and something. It ended with pestilence. Is what it was.
Yeah. So who is the audience going to be for this show? Is it just going to be random people from LA, or is it going to be industry types, or is it going to be fellow comics?
Oh no, this will pack it. I just said this like some kind of a horrible B celebrity who's trying to build himself up. Oh, I'm going to pack it out. Don't worry about it. No, it should be really full, because the thing is, that's amazing. Not amazing, but the fact that when I started this alternative show in the 90s, and it was really necessary because there wasn't a lot, because alternative comedy, even though it was around, it wasn't in clubs, there's so many, it became something that became popular everywhere, not just because of me, but like New York and LA. So there are tons of people in LA who love this kind of comedy. They may even speak French, some of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people. LA's a very international city. I mean,
you know it.
It's a destination city, right? It's like where the whole film industry is. It's like New York or Montreal.
Yes. Well, the thing is, LA really is unique in that there is something to be said about everyone coming out here to get away from their families. And so you are united by the fact that unlike Montreal, unlike San Francisco, nobody here says, what a beautiful city that we live in. We're all united by our general realization that we're not in an exciting bagel heavy city. So when I go to Montreal, it's fun to visit the city. Here, it is the isolation. I never really did notice that the pandemic happened, because normally I don't talk to more than a couple of people anyway.
Yeah. But one thing, I guess, because you talk about doing comedy on Zoom, and the thing is, one thing that's always thought of for comedy is doing it in front. It's unlike film or music or something like that, where you can do it just to yourself and people can still enjoy it. People watch movies, people listen to music, but the live audience is such an integral part of the show.
You're absolutely right. That's why I've changed it. What I enjoy doing is making small comments, being able to lift up my papers. I'm in my underwear. That part I all enjoy. Well, not the underwear part.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that. But you'll never know. You'll never be able to replace. In fact, I think I would have forgotten how to do comedy. This will be the first time I'll be in a club is on this alt show. So
Wow,
we'll see. Maybe I'll be like scared, or I don't know why I do like a panting thing. And I've heard there will be a cage. I don't want anyone getting too close.
Oh, like WWE.
Yeah, the cage, or like a Gillies in Austin, and I mean Gillies in Texas when they had the mechanical bulls.
Oh, okay, like in the Blues Brothers where people were throwing things at
Yes.
the okay.
Yes, but it will be 4D. That barrier will be 4D somehow.
That
So
sounds
you'll
like
be able.
it sounds like yeah, definitely a way to. I don't know if maybe I don't think COVID can get through that, but at least beer can get through that.
I don't want to talk. I'm hoping to never have a person breathe on me again. This is what I don't miss about comedy clubs. Hi, Andy. Oh, nice to meet you. Hi, Andy. Can you sign this old? I have Dr. Katz here on a cassette player.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems to be oily. Yes, I was working on my car. I was working on COVID earlier today.
Yes. Now the thing is, if you don't sign it though, you just seem like some celebrity that doesn't want to interact with the fans or anything like that.
That's right. Hence the what's it called when you have a thing from both sides? Is it a paradox or is it a conundrum?
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah.
People think I'm friendly. They think I'm friendly normally.
Well, that's maybe part, maybe you are when you know people, or maybe that's your act as well too. But like, yeah, it's.
I think I'm genuinely, and I hate to talk about myself in the third person, but Andy Kindler is a friendly person if you get to know him. But I can also be socially awkward. Isn't that weird? My wife goes, "Get out of here! You're not socially awkward." But I can be socially awkward, but maybe we're all socially. I mean, are you going to be crazy to go? Are you going to be going into some mosh pit this weekend for your punk rock shows?
Probably not. Although at one point I did tell myself once I'm double vaccinated, I'm going to start, like hugging random people on the metro. But like, I don't know if that's if I.
You know what though? It's almost booster time. Can you believe it? It's almost booster time.
I got both my shots now, but now they're saying
I'm talking about the third one.
Third one. Oh,
for the variants. It's
okay.
In December.
Oh, well. Okay. Yeah. I heard about a third Pfizer shot, which is like, when they told me that my second one, she was joking. I thought she was joking, but then I was like, no, there really is a third one. Now, one thing you've always done is the state of the industry. Now, I know you're hosting the alternative show, but I don't see on the schedule state of the industry. Are you still doing that this year?
Well, that's the thing. And I don't know if you're saying this just to hurt me, because you say many very hurtful things, but we're not doing it this year. And I just started to get over, but it's like, hold on a second. You really have touched some very soft. Wouldn't that be horrible if I was a comic, you couldn't ask about the schedule?
Broke down. No,
broke down there. Yeah, no, I actually was very disappointed for about an hour or two. Because I was like, no, we're breaking a streak, but who cares? The thing worked last year virtually because they were doing a few of those things. So I actually, once I realized that we'll do it again next year, and I got over the traditional part of it, I've been thrilled because every year at this time period, I'm starting to get very frightened because I had to come up with all this material. Okay.
So you obviously haven't come up with the material, but maybe if I put you on the spot, give me a few pointers from last year to this year. Seeing as you're not doing it officially, what is the state of the industry this year?
You bring up a good point. I should have been working on this. I actually did come up with something, and I can't remember what. Well, there is no there. I don't think there is in every show has I am pitching with a Zoom element. Every show has a Zoom element. So it's either a company that makes Zooms. I'm just spitballing. So it's a Zoom company, they make Zooms, and or it's a pandemic. During the pandemic, these two moved in together. Maybe that's what it is. And now it's post-pandemic. They're going out for the first time. Otherwise, I think there's The only thing I think is really, but I think I talked about this last year, was the whole idea of people like Rob Schneider, it was bad enough when Rob Schneider was just doing horrible comedy, but now he's dispensing faulty pseudoscience advice. That's what you don't want to.
I was not up to date on that one. I didn't know Rob Schneider had weighed in on any of this, but
yes, he said very hesitant about vaccines.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only comedy I heard something. I heard that like Chappelle got COVID at one point, but I didn't
understand that I wasn't in favor of that. I don't want to cause controversy, but I was in the anti. Let's start it up before we know what's going to happen.
Yeah. You were in doing it on. Were you doing it on Zoom yourself besides the Just for Laughs? Or?
Well, that's the thing. Well, one thing that I think I will miss about Zoom, I will miss this intimacy.
Yeah.
Right now, or on any kind of show where I can eat a tuna fish sandwich, say something funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will miss that. But I am, if this variant, if they don't come tomorrow and say, if Fauci doesn't say, look, Kindler, because he calls me every day, and he says, Kindler, don't go. When Fauci says go, I'm going to leave the apartment.
You're willing to go. Yeah. Well, I mean, your country's opened up a lot quicker than ours, actually. Like,
you mean, and when you say open up, do you mean get rid of Trump? Because I felt that.
Oh, yeah, that was a big opening up.
That opened us up emotionally.
Yeah, that's right. He was president last year when this.
It's unbelievable. I can't even believe it. How come you have such a handsome prime minister? He could have come down and he could have done something earlier. And I know he's not a violent guy, but he could have something.
We won a boxing match before he was prime minister. He went and did a celebrity boxing match against this senator. He wanted for charity, and the senator was like this big buff guy, and he was kind of scrawny, but he won.
He also explained particle physics or something during it wasn't particle physics. This is why can't we get that down here? What happened to us? So but I think we're just all relieved right now.
Yeah,
and hopefully yeah.
And you're ahead of the vax on ours. It took it, like, for example, I just got my second shot like last Saturday, whereas I hear people in New York, they were giving it out on the subway.
Oh, I actually opened up my own CBD oil and vaccination salon. You know what I mean? I can get it, and people here, we bargain. Oh, you get it free. Down here, we can pay people to get a vaccine.
Wow,
that's how much we have.
It's like I got a vaccine. I like some money.
Yes,
yeah.
How much? Yes, and then there's a bidding war. It's a bidding war down here because there's still like 40% who aren't, and we just have to do it. Some ice cream with Arkansas. Would a big bowl of ice cream make everybody happy? Would you? Yeah,
just put the vaccine in the ice cream. It's not exactly how it gets into the body.
But do you know, it used to be the sugar cube was for, what was that, polio? Before your time.
That was definitely before my time. And
I guess it was a sugar cube.
Shows vaccines work because I never had polio. So
and you were so a vaccine. I'm pro-vaccination.
Yeah,
I used to say to the doctor, throw the shingles in there for me.
Yeah. Like, can I have an upgrade? Like a little bit of
I have the shingles. Yeah. You're going to be jealous of me because I've got the shingles. You're a young man. You don't have to worry about it, but I got the shingles.
You going to tell that to the people in LA coming to the show?
Absolutely. Because there's a very funny commercial down here, which makes me laugh. Where people go, you can't do anything about shingles. And they go, no, you can get a vaccine. And shingles go, what? Wait, what? It's like the ultimate wait, what? Where they do it so much over the top. They're like, what? Yeah. I'm the only person trying to take wait what to the next level.
Wait what? Wow, that's great. Well, thank you so much for doing this. People can follow you on Twitter, right?
Yes, I'm at Andy Kindler on Twitter. I have a podcast called Thought Spiral, and you can still buy Hence the Humor, which was my first and only. Just audio only. I'm pointing like you don't know what audio is.
Yeah, it's the thing you listen to and comes out of your mouth, goes into your ear. That sounds dirty, but I don't know.
It does sound good. But it was a pleasure seeing you too. It's always
pleasure seeing you too. Yeah, well, thank you very much, and we'll definitely catch you at Just for Laughs.
Thank you so much.
Take
Be
care.
cool. I'm going to leave because there's somebody else coming. I bet,
Oh
right?
wow, yes. No, I'm actually I'm gonna do the credits right now where I give
okay.
all our socials and stuff. But you can stick around for that if you want, but you don't
Okay,
have to.
I would just say more of a proper goodbye. It was good seeing you.
Good seeing you, and we'll catch you
Take care,
just for
man.
laughs. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. And you can follow me at Jason C. McLean on Twitter for Just for Laughs. You can check out the schedule at hahaha.com. You can also give us a like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook video, wherever you see this. Follow us on Twitter at Forget the Box. Download the iOS app. Android app is the Android app. The iOS app is coming soon, and we'll catch you for daily content. Check out forgetthebox.net. We'll catch you next time for another FTB Fridays.